Hey, what's up, guys? It's Justin, and today I'm introducing our new podcast, Secret Stash. Welcome to Secret Stash. Like I said, my name's Justin, co-founder of Stash, and I'm here with my co-host, Archie Stonehill, who's the head of product at Stash. So before we jump into the first episode, where we have a pretty incredible first guest, I wanted to tell you a little bit about who we are, why we decided to make this podcast, and what you can expect from us here. So first, we'll introduce ourselves. You probably know me, or maybe you know me if you're old, from the time when I strapped the camera to my head and started a company around that called Justin TV. Incredibly, we actually turned that into a real business against all odds, and it kind of morphed over the course of 6 years into Twitch, the site you all know and love and are addicted to. Archie,
Yep,
you want to go ahead and tell them about yourself?
sure. So I'm Archie. As Justin mentioned, I'm head of product at Stash. Before that, I've been in the interactive entertainment industry for just over 5 years. I was a VC at a fund called Makers Fund, which invests exclusively in games. In that role, I did a lot of investments in mobile, but really ran the spectrum of everything in the industry. Spent most of my time in Europe. We're super excited to do this podcast and have you all tune in.
All right, so why is it called Secret Stash? Well, we want to give you, our listeners, who are probably in the game industry, access to very deep private conversations that we have with industry insiders. So these are stories, insights with some of the most brilliant minds in gaming and tech. And we want to put you in the room with us, talking about topics that really matter and are usually discussed behind closed doors, and really dig into what people are thinking when they made important decisions, or were thinking when they made these critical decisions about the game industry. And sorry in advance, their PR teams.
And we're mostly going to use Secret Stash to talk about everything related to our mission at Stash, which is basically to give game developers more control. The way we see it, there have always been these platforms that have gotten in the middle of game developers and their gamers. First the consoles, then people like Steam, then the app stores on mobile, and they control nearly everything a game developer is allowed to do, from taking a 30% cut of their revenue to limiting the way that they can know their users, to actually limiting a lot of the functionality they can deploy in-game. So at Stash, we're trying to build towards a future in which developers can kind of be their own platforms for the first time by delivering really, really great direct-to-consumer experiences. So on the podcast, we'll talk about things like the driving forces behind major success stories in games, how platform dynamics are changing, what the new gaming technologies that are emerging are going to do, and even stuff like antitrust regulations. So no matter the episode, you'll always come away having learned something new that you can take back to your studio, and that relates directly to what you do as a game developer.
All right, let's get into it. See you in the first episode.